What's going on, fam? So, I was watching a video on the Taurus Spectrum, the Taurus 380 Spectrum, right? And I was actually looking into getting one of those. I think they was priced around $200. And then I looked on Buds one day, like just last week, and they were up there, brand new. Now they're gone. So then I look on this one video, this guy that said he had to send his Spectrum back to Taurus for service. And people were saying in the comments that the Taurus Spectrum has been discontinued since September of last year. I had no idea. So I guess Buds had a few new old stock that they didn't get rid of yet. But here's my thing about Taurus and the 380s, man. I don't know what's going on with Taurus and their 380s. I don't know if it's they just can't get them right, especially these small ones. Because y'all saw on my channel, I got rid of it. I sold it. I bought it used. It was a Taurus PT 138, 380, 15 round. I think it was a 15 round magazine. It was pretty much a Taurus PT 111 in 380 form. A big, nice size gun, flat shooting, no recoil, but the gun was really finicky. It was moody. It would jam sometimes. Sometimes it'll shoot. It'll jam sometimes. Sometimes it'll shoot. It didn't matter what ammo it was, and I'm like, okay, I only had one magazine for it. Maybe it could have been the magazine. But other people saying, I was looking on the forums, and they said that gun in 380 version was susceptible to having bad extractors. Extractors used to break a lot and malfunction on those guns. And there was something else somebody said, that the firing pin, it was doing that too. It was light striking. It was doing that a lot. You saw the video. I still got it up there on this channel. I got the video of me shooting the Taurus PT 138. It was light striking, hitting the primary light, everything. So they said they suffered from bad firing pins. I think that's what it was. It was the firing pins. They said it was the issue with those guns. But not only that with 380s, man, with Taurus. I see other people talk about Taurus revolvers. Their timing was acting up. It'll lock up on them. I don't know if it's the newer ones like that, but I saw a lot of old comments saying that. And I told y'all I had a Taurus 85. I bought brand new from the gun show in 2010, 2011, and I think it was 5 rounds. It held 5 rounds. The second set of rounds I was trying to shoot, it locked on me too. Now I was thinking it was the little lock mechanism that Taurus used to have on their frames of their revolvers, but I got rid of it. I didn't like that, man. I tossed it. Then I had a Taurus 380 TCP years ago. I had that in 2013. That gun was moody. It would jam. They said, "Oh man, you got a D series. It's a newer one." So I bought the D series. That's the one I had, and it still was doing it. It was jamming. Shoot fine 1 minute, jam another minute. I go get different ammo. It was shooting, jam. I went and bought. They said, "Oh, you got to buy a new D series magazine. The newer mags fit better." Bought a new magazine from the gun shop. 2 mags. Still was doing it. Sold it. I should have kept it to play around with it a little more. Maybe it would be working by now. I don't know. But there's something going on with Taurus and their 380s. You just can't seem to get their 380s right. Taurus, I think, the Taurus TCP was their first micro 380. That was the one that went up against when the Ruger LCP and all those guns started coming out in the early 2000s, right? Like the mid 2000s. You know, that was Taurus' answer for the Ruger LCP, the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380, the Cars P380. What was some other ones? The SIG, to a certain extent, the SIG P238, which that was a hammer fired, but you get it. The Keltec P380. There was a lot of other ones. The Hellcat 380. There was a whole boatload of them. The Diamondback DB380. All of these little small pocket 380s was out, and Taurus decided I want to jump in that, and it came up with the Taurus TCP. Other people said that theirs been fine, and I had bad experience with mine, man. You know, if I could find another one out there, new old stock, maybe it'll be better for me. And I was loving it because that was my first pocket pistol was the Taurus TCP. I bought a black Ruger LCP after that, and much more reliable, but just was much more snappier. The Taurus had a better trigger. It locked open on the last round, everything. But it just wasn't as reliable as the LCP. And then the next Taurus 380 that came out was a Taurus Curve. That was the one that was really, I liked that gun. It was really different. It was, I never seen anything like that. It was a grip fused into the gun, and it was kind of curved to the left. And I'm like, damn, was it? It was just pretty much a right-handed shooter gun, unless they made left-handed ones where it curved to the right. I don't know, but it was very. It was very unique. I like Taurus for the fact that they like trying testing new things. So I don't know how the reliability was with the Curve. I haven't heard too many bad things about that. But they stopped making the Curve. They stopped making the TCP. They stopped making the Curve. And then after the Curve, I believe, was the Spectrum. And then they stopped making the Spectrum. It ain't been out that long. I think I'm not sure how long the Spectrum been out, since what, 2020? 19 or something like that. I don't remember it before that. But all of Taurus Pocket 380s have been discontinued, man. If they were doing good, if they were reliable, then they would still be selling them. So that's telling me Taurus just can't get their 380s right, man. Not sure why. Maybe they got to sit back for some years and go back to the drawing board, man, or have an outside company design their 380s or something, because, man, they actually make good idea 380s, but they just can't get their 380s right. I don't know what it is. And I'm not the only one. I see it all over YouTube. People that Spectrums and TCPs. I don't know about the Curves as much, but their 380s they can't get right. They're big guns. They had issues in the past, but not as bad as the small ones. Their new guns, the G series and all that, they seem to be pretty solid. As far as me, I have 3 Taurus I have 4 Taurus guns right now. I have a Taurus G2C, a G3, a TH40C, and I have a 856. I have never even shot the Taurus revolver yet, and I will be shooting it soon. But all of the semi-autos have been fine. I've shot them quite a bit. I put the most rounds so far through my G2C. Has been good. No jams yet, but we'll see what the round count is before I have to fix something, if I ever have to. I like buying new guns, and what I might do is one day, right, I might buy a brand new Glock. It's just to experiment with it. A brand new Taurus, like another G3, a black one or something, and then like maybe a SIG, like a Hammer Fight SIG P229 or something like that. Buy all 3 and see how reliable they are until something happened to it. And also buy like maybe a high point, like those 4 categories of guns, and see which one of them need to be sent back for repair. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, my belief before I even start something like that, I can tell y'all which gun is probably gonna last the longest. It's gonna be the Glock, hands down. I would say the Glock and the high point. People sleep on the high points. I think the high point in the Glock will probably run longer than the Taurus and the SIG. SIG is not the same SIG that it was. You know what I mean? When the German SIGs is much different. These newer SIGs, I mean, they just got the SIG name. It's not even the same SIG Sauer from Germany anymore. I believe they sold it and they changed it up, and they probably have slight remnants of it, but I don't think it's the same SIG that was, the real solid SIG Sauer. Now it's just SIG. When you think about it, it's not really even SIG Sauer. It's not really. They trying to move away from the SIG Sauer name. It's just SIG now, almost. But anyway, let me know what y'all think, man, about Taurus and their 380s, man. Can Taurus make a solid 380 mouse gun in the future to compete with the other guys that's pretty much having success with their pocket 380s? Drop a comment, let me know what you think. This is Rebel 9. I'll catch y'all later, man.